everybody, it's Camille. Welcome back to GayWrites on YouTube. I'm really excited for today because my friend Brian is here and we're gonna play Bisexual Jeopardy!
Woo! I'm Brian Murphy. I am on YouTube at youtube.com/creativereduction. I also are on the internet, do this queer theology thing at queertheology.com, and I work with Camille, so that's me.
So I asked you guys questions that you have about bisexuality, or if you are bisexual or pansexual, what questions you get asked about your identity. So I've compiled some of them today, and we're gonna go through them and give our responses. Yeah! Alright, who starts?
I don't know. We didn't prep this part.
We didn't prep this part. How about definitions for 100?
Alright. And these are questions, not actually answers.
I clearly don't know how Jeopardy works.
And the question is, what is bisexuality?
Great question. Everybody defines bisexuality differently. I personally identify as bi, and my own definition of it is that I am attracted to people who are of my own gender and of some other gender. People talk about the bi and bisexuality meaning two. For me, that means one category being my own gender, one category being not.
I will go with thoughts and feelings for 100.
So, which gender do you prefer?
I prefer people. I don't functionally, over the past few years have been dating mostly men, but I'm really open to people of all genders, and so what a silly, what gender do you,
Inappropriate questions for 200.
Alright, let's see what
How inappropriate can it get?
And the question is, are bisexuals more likely to cheat?
Nope, 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 nope. I think that preconception comes from people thinking, well, there's so many other people out there that you might be interested in, or maybe because a person is interested in more than one gender, if they happen to be dating one, are they missing something? If you're gonna cheat on somebody, it's a behavioral thing, it's not linked to something intrinsic.
Straight people cheat all the time.
And straight people cheat all the time. Like,
God.
Gay people cheat, straight people cheat, bi people cheat,
Yeah,
like, it happens.
I will go with big picture for 300.
Oh, we're getting intense.
Oh.
What is the difference between bisexuality and pansexuality?
Ooh. So if pan means like across or all, sort of in opposition to bi meaning two. So coming from a place of like, well, if bi means like men and women, pan means like men and women and genderqueer and intersex and all of the ones in between. But if for you bisexual means like the same and others, then like they're actually pretty similar. The best solution is just to ask the person what bisexuality or pansexuality or being queer or being gay means to them.
You're asking big questions, I'll ask big questions. Big picture
Okay.
for 400.
Alright. Ooh, speaking of which, the question is, does bisexuality reinforce the gender binary?
No! For the reasons that I explained before. There are a lot of arguments out there about bisexuality, meaning that you're attracted to men and women, which asserts that the only genders there are men and women, which we all know is not true. So it really depends on your own definition of bisexuality, but the one that I use for myself and that I see as more inclusive does not reassert the gender binary, but a lot of people disagree with me on that.
I'm just talking about my feelings some more. Thoughts and feelings for 400.
Feelings. Do you ever feel excluded from the mainstream gay rights movement?
I don't feel like excluded from the gay rights movement because I'm not gonna get fired from my job for like being in a relationship with a woman. I'm not gonna get kicked out of my church for being in a relationship with a woman.
Maybe the place where there is a little bit of exclusion might be more around the culture than the gay rights movement itself. I do think that bisexual erasure is a thing and that it's really important to let people define themselves and not place an identity category on somebody just because of their behavior. There's something to be said for recognizing the things that do make us less than in the eyes of the government, which is not going to be me dating a man, but me somebody dating a woman or someone of some other gender. Let's get raunchy again. Inappropriate questions for 300.
Alright, let's do it. Eventually you're going to settle with one or the other, so why not just be either gay or straight?
Well, there's a lot of problems with that question. So for one thing, who says that you're gonna settle down with somebody one day? Who says that you're gonna settle down at all, or that it's gonna be with one person? Like, who are you to tell me what I'm gonna do in the future? So just shut that one down before it even starts. You're not just going to become a lesbian because you're a woman who marries a woman. That's just not how it works, so.
Right.
So that's that.
I'm gonna go big or go home. I'll do inappropriate questions for 500.
Excellent. Does this mean you're automatically down for a threesome? So many people mention this too. I'm like floored that so many people mention this.
I think that reminds me of when like someone comes out as gay and they're like, oh, does that mean like you're like attracted to me, want to sleep with me? No, I don't want to sleep with every single man. Just because I'm attracted to multiple genders doesn't mean I necessarily want to experience those all at the same time. Or like, if I do want to do that, like, doesn't mean I want to do it like with you or on a moment's notice or all the time. So no. Maybe, but no. And I imagine that women get that question more often because it's this whole like, lesbianism as erotic to straight men thing going on. And so like, straight guys are like, oh, now that you're bi, like.
Yeah, you wanna?
Yeah.
Nope. Don't even. Just shut that down. Shut that down. Alright, I think that's all we have time for today, but we also recorded a video for Brian's channel about some of these same issues, talking about bisexuality, so please go check that out. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.
My first ever collab.
Collab.
I say collab.